Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Hey, it's a blessing to be here with you all this Sabbath. All right. We're going to go over a few things. And I pray that this sparks something in your spirit on both sides of the room, men and women. Now, the title of this class is Stand in Thy Lot. All right, we're going to discuss what that means to stand in your lot. And hopefully after this class, Lord's will after this class, you guys, everyone examine themselves and see where you're at in this truth and search out what's the lot that the Lord has for you and what do you need to do in order to be standing in that lot. All right, we're going to open up with a scripture. For that, I got with me the mighty Officer Tobiah. Give it up. Come on.
Come on.
All praise the Most High. All right. So, and I'm Officer Othniel. We're going to open up with Daniel chapter 12, verse 13.
Yes, sir.
Give everybody time to get it.
The book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Now, what we're reading here, this is the last verse in the book of Daniel. These are the last words that the Lord spoke to the prophet Daniel. Read.
But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
He said, Daniel, go thy way and rest. What does he mean when he says rest? Speak up. What did he say? Die. Go thy way and die.
And stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
And stand in thy lot at the end of days. Let's see. Raise your hand if you can explain what that means. Let me get first hand that went up right there. I like that. What's your name?
Shalom, Brother Joshua.
Brother Joshua. What does it mean?
That's meaning the last day Daniel will be back. He will be here today.
And what does it mean when it says stand in thy lot?
Meaning he was a prophet back then. Today he's gonna be a prophet again. He will be prophesied.
Yes, sir. Give it up. Good. Good. So the Lord let Daniel know, listen, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, but in the last days, you're gonna be back, and you're gonna stand back in your lot in those last days. So in these last days, guess who's gonna be back? Daniel. Is he gonna know who he is? No. Guess what? He might be coming into the 12 o'clock class, getting built up, taking notes, until his time comes where that spirit that was on him before sparks back up, and Daniel's gonna go back out and do what he did before. He's gonna go back out and raise his people up.
That's right.
He's gonna be able to break down the prophecies, the visions of the Lord again. That's the lot that a lot of us have to look forward to. I know, brothers, I know sisters, some of you we don't see it yet. And I'm gonna show you why, as we go on, I'm gonna show you why we don't all see it yet. Because Daniel's a mighty prophet, right? None of us see ourselves as Daniel. But the scriptures also say Jeremiah would be back. None of us see ourselves as Jeremiah. Zephaniah will be back. None of us see ourselves as Zephaniah. We don't see ourselves that way yet. Why? Because of what we've gone through here in captivity, because of our disobedience. Watch this. Pull up the definition of lot real quick. I want the definition of lot, L-O-T, because it said, the scripture said Daniel would stand in his lot at the end of days. But what does lot mean? Let me know when you got it. Yes. Read definition number 3.
3a. Lot. Something that comes to one upon whom a lot has fallen.
And what's that word in the blue?
Share.
Share. Your lot is your share, right? Now read B.
One's way of life or worldly fate.
One's way of life or your worldly fate. Your fate. What does fate mean? Read that. What is that blue word?
Fortune.
Your fortune. Can fate be avoided? Can you avoid your fortune?
No, sir.
So your lot is your fortune, your fate, your destiny. It's what you are appointed to do. So you're either you're appointed to build in here and build and guide your people and raise the nation back up, or you're appointed to be out there just waiting for the fire to come. That's the lot. That's the lot that's given. Right? From there, get Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. Because all of us, we think that we have a choice. We think that we have a choice, right? But here's an example. Jonah thought he had a choice too, right? Did he have a choice?
No, sir.
What happened when he tried to make his own decision? Yeah, he had some long days and some long nights, right? In a dark place. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4.
Come on.
Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
He ordained Jeremiah a what?
A prophet unto the nations.
He ordained many of the brothers sitting in here what?
A prophet unto the nations.
So many of you men are ordained to be prophets unto the nation. All of you are ordained to be priests and kings. That can't be avoided. It's whether or not you want to take up that mantle and do the job that was appointed to you. But all of us have been appointed to be kings and priests of the nation of Israel. As us calling ourselves Israelites, just off of that, you're saying that you are the Son of God. That you are literally the Son of God.
Right.
Keep reading.
Then said I,
Then said Jeremiah,
Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child.
So Jeremiah also thought that he can get away from his lot, that he had a choice. No, Lord, I don't think you're right. Read.
But the Lord said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Just do what I told you to do. Read.
Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
For I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. That's one thing we have to remember. We read that all throughout the scriptures, but we forget that the only reason we're able to do the things that we can do is because of the Lord. Prime example, years ago, when I first came in, I was that time we didn't have MOV. I was in a purple shirt. And once a month during the fast, we were able to go to camp. So I'd go to Bronx camp. And I'm standing on the side one week. Now I've been going to camp for months now. And Deacon Labo was on the side. And he said, people were coming up. And as you know, you see from camp videos, and those of you who are in MOV and have gone to camp, you see it gets crazy out there. And we talk to the people crazy sometimes, meaning it's of the Lord, it's in the spirit, but these people are violent. Some of these men are violent. Some of them are gang members. Some of them are murderers. They're actively selling drugs, and we are on their spot, or what they think is their spot. So anything could happen to us, and we're not backing down. So we're on the side, and then Deacon Labo just happens to walk over to me. He said, you know why we can talk the way we talk out here? I said, why, Deke? He said, because the Spirit of the Lord is on us, and the angels are with us. He said, that's the only reason we're able to speak the way we speak out here. It's not us. It's not that we're so, we're great orators, or we're such eloquent speakers that we can just go out and teach the people, because many try. Many try, and it doesn't last long. The Spirit of the Lord has to be on us. That's why we can go out and speak boldly as we do. That's why the people hear it. That's why we're all here right now. Because the Spirit of the Lord was on the leaders, and we saw it, and we heard it, and we came in and decided to change our life. From there, the point is, all of us, brothers and sisters, and during this class, I'm going to speak to the brothers a lot, sisters, but You pick up where you can, because the Bible is written how? In a masculine tone, right? So I'm encouraging my brother, I'm encouraging the soldiers of the Lord to rise up, to strap on their boots and get out there and do the work, but it's also to encourage the sisters who are there to support the troops. Right? Those who are married to the soldiers, those who are daughters of soldiers, those who are sisters of the soldiers. You understand? So it's going to go both ways, but it's a lot going to be focused on this side. So now, from there, we cannot doubt the mission, because that mission was given to us from the Most High. I'm not giving you the mission. The officer's not giving you the mission. The deacons, the bishop's not giving you the mission. The Lord is giving you the mission. The Lord is giving you the mission. So from there, give me 1 Peter 2 and 5 real quick.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5.
Let's go.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ.
Right. Read that part again.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual
So hold on. That's going to all of us. Lively stones. Lively stones are built up what?
Are built up a spiritual house.
Are built up a spiritual house. We don't have a physical temple anymore. The temple was destroyed twice. It was not built again. After 70 AD, the temple was not rebuilt. So now, where is the temple? Speak loud. Where is the temple? In us. In us. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? Read.
A holy priesthood.
We are a holy priesthood. We don't have a temple, so the Levitical priesthood is done away with. Now we are the priests. To do what?
To offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ.
So our lot as priests is to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable unto the Lord. What does that mean? Who got a precept for me? Let's see. Just want to see who's thinking. Who got a precept for me on that? Read that last part again. To do what? To offer up?
To offer up spiritual sacrifices.
To offer up what?
Spiritual sacrifices.
What you guys got? I just want to see one hand. All right. Now you try to put it back down. No, stand up. He said, no. Yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom. What you got?
I believe it's John 14:15. If ye love me, you would do the commandments.
Okay, that's all right. That's not what I was looking for, but all right, good try. What you got?
Shalom, officer. Romans 12 and 1.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's read it. Yeah, give it up. What kind of quiet clap is that? What's going on? Read it.
Hey, you never get it wrong when you say keep the commandments, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That you present your bodies a what?
A living sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
So how do you present your body as a living sacrifice? As the brother said, keep the commandments. Go out and teach your people to keep the commandments. Do the work. That's how you present your bodies a living sacrifice. All right? You got something else?
Let me go back to Jeremiah 1. Because it's levels to you becoming a sacrifice. When you make sacrifice to teach, right, whatever you do, even you sisters that making sacrifice to help the brothers go do the work, all right, that's one level of sacrifice. But go back to Jeremiah 1.
Let's go.
Read verse. I'm not getting off the topic. I'm staying with you, officer. Give me verse was it 7?
Jeremiah?
Where we was? It's Jeremiah 1, right?
Yeah, 1 and 7. Those
Yeah,
last
read
verses.
verse. Go ahead, read verse 10.
Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 10.
Because the Lord said, fear not, Fear not when you go out to teach this Bible, right? Come on.
See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms.
Over nations. So this is the nations God was talking about in verse 7, right? Read on.
And over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down.
To root out and to pull down. Because the prophets is going to prophesy against nations and kingdoms. And guess what? What you think going to happen, brothers and sisters? We're going to be hated by all nations. That's what it said in Matthew 24. Right. Where we prophesy against nations that their destruction is coming, they're going to hate us. Read on.
To root out and to pull down, and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
And when that happens, guess what, brothers and sisters? They're going to kill us. They are going to try to destroy us. They're going to torment some of us. But God said, what? Read that part in verse 5 where he said, be not afraid. Not 5, verse 8.
Verse 8. Be not afraid of their faces.
So this is what we got to remember. Even now when we go to teach, we are not to be afraid of anyone. We got to trust in God's words. Be not afraid of their faces. Come on.
For I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
So that's the question. Do you guys believe this? Do you guys believe this?
Yeah.
God said, be not afraid, because he going to be there to deliver us. God is going to deliver us. All right? Go ahead.
All praises. Hey, from there, pull up the first video, the Marcus Garvey video. Raise your hand if you know who Marcus Garvey is. All praises. All right, raise your hand if you don't know who Marcus Garvey is. All right, one hand. 2 hands. Okay. I expected some of the younger hands to say that. All right. So Marcus Garvey was the leader of the NIA, United Negro Improvement Association, during the early 1900s. He was a brother from Jamaica, and he did a lot of work here in America, especially in New York, all right, to build up black people. And his main teaching was Pan-Africanism, all right, what he said, Africa for Africans. And he wanted to instill a black identity back in those of the diaspora. All right, so those of you who don't know, especially you young brothers in the back, raise your hand who don't know. The young men, especially. Okay, everybody. Any sisters? All you sisters know who he is? All right, so for you men who don't know, especially you younger brothers in the back, next week, I'm expecting you to go and look it up. And I'm expecting you to be able to tell me something about Marcus Garvey next week. All right, we have to know our history. Pull up the video. I want from 6:30 to 7:30. Just listen closely to what he's saying. Listen closely to what he's saying, and listen to how the people are responding to what he's saying. All right.
When he made me black, if black people knew their glorious past,
bring it back a little bit more. They didn't hear that first part.
You have no part in it. I don't have to apologize to anybody for being black, because God Almighty knew exactly what he was doing when he made me black. If black people knew their glorious past, then they would be more inclined to respect themselves. Yes, you heard of Johnny Walker Red and black. Well, he had his adversities, but he's still going strong. Well, I intend with your help and God's grace to continue, because my work has only just begun. And future generations shall have in their hands the guide by which they shall know the sins of the 20th century. I know, and I know you too believe in time, but we shall wait patiently for 200 years if need be to face our enemies through our posterity. When my enemies are satisfied, in life I shall come back, or in death even to serve you as I served before. In life I shall be the same, in death I shall be a terror to the foes of the
So hold on. Based off what we just read in Daniel, who wants to give some sense to that? Come on, brothers. Who wants to give their sense to that? Based off of what we just read in Daniel, I gave you a hint. If you were listening, you should have heard something. Come on. Nobody? Run it back. We're not going to play that game. Run it back. But forward a little bit more, past the part with where he talked about the Johnny Walker, the joke that he made. But past that, maybe 10 seconds further in.
Well, I intend with your help and God's grace to continue, because my work has only just begun. And future generations shall have in their hands the guide by which they shall know the sins of the 20th century. I know, and I know you too believe in time, but we shall wait patiently for 200 years if need be to face our enemies through our posterity. When my enemies are satisfied, in life I shall come back, or in death even to serve you as I served before. In life I shall be the same, in death I shall be a terror to the foes of
Hey, Souls, give it to him right here. Give it to him right here. I seen it. I seen it all over your face. Come on, give it to us.
Yeah, and Daniel he said, stand in your lot. When you, like the brother said before, he was a prophet, and he's going to come back. He said he's going to be, in life, he's going to do his work, but in death, he's going to come back and do the same thing. So basically, coming back.
Right, that's right.
Same thing.
What did he say? He said, when his time comes, he knows he's going to die. Even if the enemy kills him, he knows he's going to die. But he said, when I come back, I'm going to serve you as I did before. He said, I'm going to come back and serve you, these were his words, as I did before. What did the Lord say to Daniel? Thou shalt rest, and in the end of days thou shalt stand in thy lot, meaning what? The same lot. So Marcus Garvey understood that he had a lot. He said, listen, this is what I was born to do. This is what my spirit was created to do. All of us, what we are going to grow to do, that's what our spirit was created for. To build. Right? Then he said, in life, I'll do the same. But in death, I'll be a terror to the enemy. How is he going to be a terror to the enemy? Give it to Mashiach right up here. Let me hear what you got to say. Mashiach, right up front. How is he going to be a terror in his death?
His philosophy would continue on from generation to generation.
Right, and how is that a terror? You're right, but how is that a terror
because
to the enemy?
The same thing gonna repeat itself again. So.
And what's that? What thing will repeat itself?
The knowledge that he had, that he passed on to us.
You're almost there, man. I want you to bring it home. But he said, remember, he used the word a terror. How is it a terror to the enemy?
Bringing our identity back to us.
Yes.
Who we are.
Yes.
That's going to be a terror to them. We don't know who we are. We're going to continue fighting the enemies.
Absolutely. And that's what goes back to what Officer Tobiah brought out in Jeremiah 1 and 10, that we're going to root out, we're going to pull down. They know once we know who we are, it's over for them. It's over. That's how he said, in my death, I'm going to be a terror. Good. Have a seat. That's good. Because now, think about it. I was talking to my wife about it before, and then she asked, well, what does he mean when he says a terror? How often have you guys, raise your hand if you learned about Marcus Garvey in school? Okay. For the most part, I'm seeing people who are older than me saying that they learned about Marcus Garvey in school. But a lot of younger people my now, was Marcus Garvey, raise your hand if Marcus Garvey was in your textbooks. One hand. Two hands, maybe, three hands. And some of them only because they're from Jamaica, right? Of course. That's the only reason Marcus Garvey was in your textbook. Wow. But they don't teach that. But was Marcus Garvey's work, did he do more work in Jamaica or work here in America? Here in America. So why is he not in the textbooks here in America? Even though that speech that we just listened to, that was in 1924 in Harlem, New York. That's over 100 years ago. And you would never hear that on the History Channel. Why? Because it's a terror to the enemy. It's a terror. Go back and listen to it. I think it's called In the Whirlwind. I think it's called In the Whirlwind. It's a 1924 in Harlem. Somebody got their hand up. Okay, go ahead. Get him real quick.
Hey, Most High Christ bless officers, leadership, brothers and sisters. Hey, the same thing J. Edgar Hoover
yes.
said the same thing. He said the fiercest thing in America is black unity.
Absolutely. He said the biggest threat to America is a black messiah and Negro unity. Absolutely. That's exactly what that's how it's a terror. That's how he's a terror to his enemy. So that's an example. Now you have many of our forefathers. You have Marcus Garvey understood that he had a lot. There it is. When FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover was asked what, in his opinion, was the single greatest threat to the United States of America, he responded, Negro unity. Take a moment to let that sink in. You understand? But Marcus Garvey, even under threat of death, understood that he had a lot that he had to fulfill. And then what ended up happening to him, they tarnished his name. He's still on the, he still hasn't been pardoned of his crime for $5 worth of mail fraud. They said that the picture of a ship that he used in the pamphlets that he was sending out for the Black Starliner wasn't his actual ship, so they said it was mail fraud. They wrote letters to Obama all 8 years asking them to Obama to pardon Marcus Garvey. You think he did it? Hell no. Right?
Hell no.
There it is. So now, Marcus Garvey understood that he had a lot. Malcolm X understood that he had a lot. He knew he was going to die the night that he died. Did that stop him from getting on the stage and delivering that speech to his people? He welcomed it gladly. Nat Turner understood that he had a lot. And he knew that he was going to die. Did that stop him from trying to liberate his people? Assata Shakur understood that she had a lot. And her reputation was tarnished. Did that stop her? Who else? You had Gabriel Prosser. You had Fred Hampton, Angela Davis, Joanne Chesimard, Harriet Tubman. All of them understood that they had a lot. Those brothers and sisters that had a lot. And they never stopped. They didn't look back. And we're going to talk about looking back a little later on. But they understood that they had a lot that they had to stand in. Because brothers and sisters, understand this. When the Lord gives you your lot, if you don't stand in that, if you refuse to stand in that lot, you're nothing. Your whole life, you lived your whole life for nothing. Your parents gave birth to you for no reason. If you don't stand in that lot that the Lord has given you, you're nobody. You don't have to, it's not saying that, oh, he's going to be mighty, he's going to be the mightiest bishop, that he's going to be sitting right here teaching class every Sabbath. But all of us have a lot, regardless of what that is. All of us have something that we're going to bring to this truth. You may not see the purpose of why the Most High gave you that lot. You may think that it's insignificant. You may think that it's small. But the Lord knows the purpose that he gave you that lot. And if you don't stand in that lot, you're nothing. It doesn't matter. You could leave here, go on OnlyFans, go make $100,000 a year, go to Dubai, go get pooped on, whatever. Make your money. Brothers, you can leave here, go hit the block. You go be the next Scarface. You could go be the next 50 Cent.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
But make billions of dollars in Bitcoin. But if you don't stand in this lot that the Lord has given you, you're nothing. You're nothing. All right? From there, remember he used the word terror. Give me Wisdom of Solomon, 5:1. Because he used the word terror. Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, verse 1.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Come on!
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
So now the future prophecy is, the righteous man shall stand in what?
Great boldness.
Before who?
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Before the enemy. Read.
And made no account of his labors.
Uh-huh.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
They shall be troubled with what?
Terrible fear.
What kind of fear?
Terrible fear.
Brothers, what kind of fear? Terrible fear. That's our job, brothers, is to be a terror to the enemy. Read.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
They shall be amazed. You're never going to see anybody's eyes open that wide than in that day. They shall be amazed. What?
At the strangeness of his salvation.
Uh-huh.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
So far beyond all that they looked for. Meaning, when they heard the prophecies coming out in the scriptures, they couldn't foresee what actually came to pass. It was so far beyond what they thought it would be. AI can't do it justice. You got something, officer?
Yeah. Read that part again.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
The strangeness of our salvation, because it's going to be chariots, spaceships we going up in. That's the salvation that's going to be happening, brothers and sisters. And I want y'all to understand that this is coming very soon, brothers and sisters. Do not sleep. Read on.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
So far beyond all that they look for. This is saying that, hey, they never expected those niggas to get that salvation. They never look at us as God-chosen people. So far beyond what they look for. Come on. That's it? That's it.
Yes, sir.
All praise. So now, what keeps us? I'm going to move on from there. So what keeps us from standing in our lot? So now we talked about what it is to stand in our lot, right? Everybody understand what it means to stand in your lot? So what's keeping us from standing in our lot? Guys, let me get some hands. Go ahead. We got Ruben right here.
Integration.
Integration. Okay. What else? Give me
Lack
somebody.
of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. Give me somebody else. What else we got? Let me see some hands. Got a hand right up here. We got integration. We got lack of knowledge. What else?
Fear.
Fear. Fear. What else? Got some hands in the back.
Yourself.
There, yourself. That's the biggest one. What else?
Oppression.
Oppression. Good. What else?
I would say doubt.
Doubt goes with fear. Perfect. What else? What you got, Amos?
Shalom, shalom. Sin.
Sin. Sin. Sin keeps us from standing in our lot. All those things, yourself, but it all boils down to what at the end of the day? Sin. Sin keeps us from standing in our lot. Watch this. Give me, you know what the main thing that keeps us from standing in our lot? I think Ruben did say it. Is we don't know who we are. We forgot who we are. So how can I stand in my lot if I don't know who I am? So now watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. We all know Deuteronomy 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, in verse 15.
Come on!
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, we know because we broke the Lord's commandments, because we refused to serve the Lord with fear and joyfulness of heart for the one of all things, that we would suffer the curses written in Deuteronomy 28, right? Now verse 36.
Verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And thou shalt serve other gods.
Thou shalt do what?
Serve other gods, wood and stone.
So now, not only do we forget who we are, first and foremost, we forgot what? We forgot our God. So we can't stand in a lot that he's given us if we don't even know that he's our God. We don't even know who he is. We trying to stand in a lot that Caesar Borgia gave us. We trying to stand in a lot that a dusty Arab gave us. Read. Verse 37.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Astonishment, proverb, and byword. We're no longer known as Israel. We're African American. We're Negroes.
Right.
We're niggers. We're Spics. We're Hispanics. We're Haitians. We're Jamaicans. We're YNs. We're 304s. We've forgotten who we are. Right? He looks confused. 304 is a hoe. That's what 304 is. He looked at me confused. I just found out myself. Don't even worry about it. All right? So now, we lost our heritage. So that's kept us from standing in our lot. Show me some of the pictures with our people today. I saw you skipped through some of them before. Look. This is not, that's what I want. These young men are priests. Priests. Kings and priests. They come from a royal bloodline. You think you could convince them of that? You brothers think you could convince them of that? Said some of them. Who says yes? Okay. Who says no? Okay, one hand. Who says some of them? Okay. Who says it doesn't matter, we don't have a choice, we got to go out and teach them anyways? There it is. That's it. We don't have a choice. Because they come from the royal bloodline. Those are our brothers. Those are our brothers and sisters. We don't have a choice. We got to go out and teach them anyways. They have to learn. But this is what we've become. These are the same people that were in the wilderness with Moses. You guys understand that? Yes, sir. These are the same. Look at their faces. These are the same ones who were in the wilderness with Moses when Moses was speaking here what we're reading in Deuteronomy 28. And they said, amen. They said, we understand. They said, we understand. We're going to do it. It's nothing. That's light. That's it. Just keep the commandments. We got it. Come on, Moses. You keep saying the same thing over and over again. Those are the same people. And look, now we see the curses today. So now, from there, get me Psalms 83. Psalms 83. So we're talking about some of the things that keep us from standing in our lot. We don't know who we are. And then other brothers also mentioned oppression. Watch this, Psalms 83. Read verse 4.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them.
Read verse 2.
Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They've taken crafty counsel against thy people. We can't sleep on that, brothers. We can't sleep on that, sisters. There's around-the-clock counsel going on to destroy us, to keep us in what we just saw in some of those images, to keep the young men with bandanas in their pockets and guns on their waist, to keep their young women in the waiting room in the abortion clinics, to keep us online at the methadone clinics. I'm going to show you some pictures. Where's Ciroc? I want some of the pictures, Ciroc, from Philly. If somebody can, one of you brothers, get Soldier Ciroc from SCB. Tell him to send those pictures from Philly, him and Officer Ciroc. Send them to Officer Jeramiel so we can show you what we saw in Philly. All right? Read that again.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Because that is going to allow, if you know who you are, what are you going to do, as Marcus Garvey said? If the black man knew his glorious past, he'd be more inclined to respect himself. What does that mean by respecting himself? You're going to start remembering who you are. You're going to start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we respect ourselves. By loving the Lord God with all our heart and loving our brother as we love ourselves. The funeral home is going to lose money because the business is not going to be booming as much as it is now because we're killing each other. That's how we respect ourselves. Keep reading.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles.
That's it. They're confederate against us, right? So their whole duty is to cut us off from being a nation. To be able to do what? Stand in our lot. From there, give me Jeremiah 17 and verse 4.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So this is the word that he spoke to Jeremiah. This is the word of the Lord coming to the prophet Jeremiah. He said what?
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from the heritage that I gave you. Meaning what? Jeremiah was not going to remember that he was Jeremiah. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Jeremiah went into captivity. Read.
In the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
That's speaking of all of us as well. All of us went into captivity. All of us were discontinued from our heritage. We're just now learning. Raise your hand if you knew you were an Israelite 5 years ago. Okay. Raise your hand if you knew you were an Israelite 10 years ago. Okay, now watch this. Raise your hand if you knew you were an Israelite 15 years ago. Raise your hand if you knew you were an Israelite 20 years ago. Only a few hands. Only a few hands. I know some of you have maybe heard the elders teach in New York a long time ago, the old teaching, but you see how it diminished? A lot of us just learned. And everybody who I asked is older than 20 years old. So we weren't born knowing this knowledge. Our parents didn't teach us this. Our parents didn't even know. Raise your hand if your parents know that they're Israel, or believe that they're Israel, I should say. 2, 3, okay, I'll praise a couple hands. But not more than 10 years. Not more than 10 hands. Raise your hand if your parents are Christians. See that? So now, fake Christians. We just learning. The point is we're just learning. We're just learning our heritage. Some of us in our 30s, in our 40s, in our 50s, 60s, 70s, just learning who we are. That's, brothers and sisters, that's sad. To live your whole life looking in the mirror every day, you put an African American on a job application, and to be an adult and just learn, damn, this is who I am. My whole life I've been saying I'm black. Nonsense. My whole life I was saying I'm African American. Exactly. Yeah, that's the sound. That's the sound you hear when you look in the mirror. Like, damn, really? All this time. So now, from there, give me Isaiah 1 and 3. My brother called it out earlier in the spirit. Isaiah 1 and 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
So now we know the ass, the donkey, and the ox, 2 dumb, stubborn animals. They both know who they are and they know where they're coming from. But we as a people, we don't know. That's why we see that's why we see those images. That's why we act this way. We don't know who we are. But you know what the main problem is, what the Lord says in this verse, what really hits home for me is that my people don't even consider. No one sees none of us ever saw a problem with being black. I used to say, I'm black and I'm proud. I was proud to be black. I really was. I was proud to be black. We were proud to be African American, to be Negro. We were proud of it. We were proud to be Puerto Rican. We were proud to be Jamaican. We used to wear the flag, the Haitian. We were proud of it. But now, watch this. Give me Million Man March. So, brothers and sisters, our people don't even consider. So we have a big job to do. That's why we can't drag our feet when it comes to standing in our lot. We can't waste time. We don't have the luxury of doubting ourselves. We don't have the privilege of being pulled out. Play this. I'm gonna show you something. Now, everybody should know. Last week, we had a blitz in Philly, Million Man March. They invited us to participate. It's 30 years. Last week was the 30-year anniversary of the Million Man March. So we were invited to participate, which we saw was an honor. We say, hey, the Million Man March. We're expecting. I went there expecting. Who else was there? Raise your hand if you was there. Keep your hand up if you expected to see 1 million people. Exactly. It was like 200 people there when we first got there, bro. We expected it's a 1 million man march. I'm there cheesing the whole ride down. I'm like, listen, we about to make history. I wasn't able to be in the first 1 million man march. I was just a baby. I was 10. But I wasn't in the first 1 million man march. I'm like, this time, I'm going to be in the 30-year anniversary of the 1 million man march. We got there. It was nothing like what we thought it was going to be.
Lord have mercy.
But we thought at least, we're going to be able to go out there and go bring the word out. Bring the word out to the people, right? It's going to be people there. Let me show you what it was when we got there. Now, the leadership, we waited. We got there. Let's just play it. Just play it, and I'll give you the commentary. Go ahead, play it.
This was positive. I see y'all. I watch y'all. Everybody else spoke. But why you want to put them up and rush y'all off the stage? That's not good to me, man. He should have been up there longer, not cutting no time for somebody to go dance. I appreciate all the kids and stuff like that. But this is more powerful than some kids up there dancing. Dance last than everybody. We're adults out here, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be here for all black men to get together. Okay, they young black men, but you put them up there with some hip hop stuff and y'all talking positive stuff about the creator. This is what we need to hear in the community for the people. That was positive, man. For my son to see that, that's positive.
All right. All praises. Hey, so Israel, and I'm sure leadership will speak on it later on. Israel, you can't guess what happened. So, as you know, the sons of God, the sons of the living God, right? The prophets of God, the warriors of God, we geared up and we got out there early. We were out there from 6 a.m. Some of us out there earlier than that. We were out there from 6 a.m., lined up, got everybody ready. Because we know this event starts around 10 o'clock. Now we get there, we march to the location, and they tell us we're up to speak about 12. 12 o'clock comes, 12 o'clock goes. They still haven't put us up yet. They got people on stage talking about Bitcoin. They got people on stage talking about AI. They got people on stage talking about Islam, Nation of Islam, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they prefaced it when they first got out there that they wanted to move things along because they know people wanted to go watch the Eagles football game. But this is the Million Man March. This is the 30-year anniversary of the Million Man March. And they say, listen, we're going to try to get through this real fast. I know all you guys want to go watch the football game.
Stop it.
Get some help. So now we wait. We say, you know what? It's all right, because the prophets of God are going to set this place on fire. All we need is a microphone, right?
Yeah.
Finally, they said, we're supposed to be up next. They said, introducing on the stage the Dollar Bill Boys. You say, wait, Dollar Bill Boys? What the hell? That's not, let me see something. No, that's not on my shirt. Where you get that from? We say, hold on, time out. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? They'll go next. You guys go up. You say, what the hell is this Dollar Bills Boy? What is that? And I want you to pull that back up from that video again, Officer Jeramiel. I'm going to touch on it. But now, we go on stage. The deacons go on stage, start teaching, and I'm talking about Deacon Asaph is bringing fire to Philly. He's letting the people know, hey, listen, these are the things that's going on in our community. These are the things that's keeping us from gathering together. The whole purpose of the Million Man March 30 years ago was to unify us as a people. But we got drugs, we got gangs, we got violence in our communities. The things that's coming out in this music is keeping us from being what we wanted to be 30 years ago. And the people are listening. You can look in the crowd, you see the people are listening. They're like, yeah. Now, he mentioned the abortion clinics, the drugs. Some people getting offended, some people walking off. But it's cool. It was expected. But still, people are listening. That brother that you just saw, when we first got there, he came up, he saluted us. He said, yeah, I watched you. I got my son with me. Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. Now, Deacon is going in. How long? Maybe 2 minutes? Now, some people spoke for like 20 minutes. About 2 minutes in, they gave us the what do you call it? The wrap it up. Yeah, the Dave Chappelle, the wrap it up box. He said they gave us with the Oscars, when they play the music and they're like,
wait a minute.
Wrap it up.
Wait a minute.
Now, Deacon Asaph says, you know what? It's not right. Yeah, there it is, the wrap it up box. He says, not right because we were the first ones here and we were the first ones there. We brought, I'm not going to tell you how many men we brought. Let leadership tell you how many, if they bring it out, how many, but you can go back and watch the video, you can try to count. But there were more men than that, right? We brought hundreds, I'll say, of men. Hundreds of men. We were the majority of the people that were there. We were the majority. Everybody had purple on, and there was a couple people peppered in here and there. and they took us off the stage to bring up the Dollar Bill Boys. Show them who the Dollar Bill Boys are real quick, please. I couldn't believe it. I was like, who is this? Maybe it's somebody I haven't heard of.
They've been up there longer, not cutting no time for somebody to go dance. I appreciate all the kids and stuff.
That is what, leave it up on the screen.
Hell no.
You see that? I don't know what the name of that dance is. I don't want to know what the name of that dance is. But all I know is that is why, yeah, just let it keep going. Let it keep playing. This is why. Get a visual. Take it all in. Especially my brothers. Who here remembers the first Million Man March? Raise your hand if you're old enough, brothers and sisters. Do you remember, keep your hand up if you remember the impact that it had, that first Million Man March? Way over 1 million people in D.C. Now, when the prophets of God went there, no one had anything more impactful to say than what the deacons were bringing out. They said we had to come off stage because of this right here. Now, we said, oh, you know what? It's not our event. Leadership came off the stage. The boys went on stage. And guess what you heard men saying in the crowd? They said, bro, we want to hear what these brothers got to say. We want to hear what these brothers, we didn't come here to see young men dance. Now, guess who defended them being on stage? You're never going to be able to guess. Say that again. Which woman? Which woman? The black woman said, let the boys dance. The woman said, and I'm saying verbatim, she said, they're black men too. Let them dance. They practice their dance. So, of everything that the deacon was bringing out about how to heal the black community, the black woman said, that's important. You got something?
Yeah, get 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
Because guess what, brothers and sisters? Out of all these revolutionary movements, guess what? We are the last movement out of all these movements that you ever saw. The Black Panthers, we are the last movement, and the Lord kept us, and the Lord is showing the world we are the ones with the solution. So all these other Islam coming together, all these Kemetic community, they ain't done nothing.
Right.
They don't have no fruits of their labor. So what the Lord is showing, he kept us for last, and we the ones coming with the solutions, the results. That's what God said. Read that scripture.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9.
Come on.
For I think that God hath set forth us, the apostles, last.
God set the apostles last. This is the last revolutionary movement that you're going to see. And we the ones, we them guys, we the ones with the real results. We the ones with the solutions.
Right.
And we the ones that you could see literally gathering together under true unity. We don't show me another movement today where black people is uniting.
Right.
Uniting as families coming together. When you see them pass over pictures, I don't just see a bunch of brothers and sisters and children with fringes. I see families. I see laws. I see marriages. You understand? I see a nation that keeping God laws.
That's right.
We them guys, man. God said he has set the apostles last. Read on.
As it were appointed to death.
As it were appointed to death, because some of them going to see us come together and they're going to hate that thing. And they're going to, they're going to kill us. We're going to be a sacrifice, as the officer was bringing out. Read on.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
Y'all saw we are made a spectacle unto the world. Y'all saw the thing with, what's the guy named Drewskis? Y'all saw the video with Drewskis. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. He wasn't that funny. He wasn't that funny because I never, that brother, he's coming, I don't get his jokes a lot, but it was funny how he was mocking us. But the Lord is using them. You know it's good. It meant for good, right?
Yes,
Get one more scripture. Romans 8. No. What's the scripture that said you can do nothing? No, give me Romans 8:28. Let's use that one. Romans 8:28. All right? Don't matter what anybody do. They can't do nothing against this truth. Nothing they could do. They're going to only do for the truth. Yeah, but read that one.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Same thing.
And we know that all things work together for good.
All things work together for good. Come on.
To them that love God.
To them that love God. Because when that brother make that mockery, he got a platform with millions of people. And people start to look at us. And then they get into find out, damn, these brothers and sisters is teaching God laws. And damn, the Bible is really saying that the white man is the devil.
That's right.
They're going to see, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is doing his thing, all right? Go ahead.
All praise. Hey, to go with, get Acts 5 and verse 38.
Come on.
The officer was just bringing out.
Yes, sir.
Because now this happened also in times past. When you read in Acts of the Apostles, our forefathers had to go through the same thing. Where you had of their own people trying to shut them down. Read this, verse 38.
The book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
If what we're doing is of men, it's eventually going to come to nothing. That's why you see these fly-by-night camps that pop up. Brothers now putting videos out there on social media. Now all of a sudden they're a deacon or they're a bishop or they're an elder, but then 2 months later you don't see them anymore. Read that part again.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
And even the Christian church, a lot of these pastors, they have a run. They might be the man for 10 years, 5, 10, 15 years. Creflo Dollar, you don't really hear anybody talking about Creflo Dollar anymore. Right. T.D. Jakes is finished now. Yep. Everybody has their time, and then you're done. Because what? If that work be what?
But if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Read.
But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it.
If it's of God, there's no way you can overthrow it. There's no way you can overthrow it. Even as I've said, the original Million Man March, what happened with that? That was 30 years ago. How much progress have we made in 30 years? That was supposed to turn the world upside down. And now look at the young men now. You think they foresaw that 30 years ago that these men would be out here with their whole underwear out?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Transgenders, half of them. Pull that image up. Show that up on the screen. Some of you thought I was exaggerating when I said we were the majority there. Find me some people in plain clothes if you can. Find me somebody who doesn't have purple on. It's like playing, remember Where's Waldo? You gotta look for them. Everybody got purple on. Just the people in the middle, those are the people who came to listen. And then you got a couple people scattered on the outside. So I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the majority of the people there. We were the Million Man March.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So now, real quick, give me Isaiah 30 and verse 8. And then give me back. Don't put it up yet, but give me back that little image with the dancing with the dollar bill boys, the $1 billion boys. Read that.
I think you like to see that.
Read that.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 8.
Come on.
Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people.
That this is the what?
A rebellious people.
So we've seen it firsthand, time and time again. This is a rebellious people, read.
Lying children.
They're liars. They say they're out there for unity. They say that this is a commemoration of the Million Man March. They say they're out here for solutions in the black community. But half the people that were out there were trying to sell something or promote a business. They're liars, lying children. They say they came out here because they want to see positive change in our neighborhoods, but yet and still they want to be entertained. They just want it to be entertained.
You know what else I noticed? I like that scripture that you pulled, because that's what I was saying while I was standing there. I said, as each one of the speakers came to give their speech, I was like, I don't think these people really want unity, man. The reason why I said that, because it's like, okay, so you see an army pull up in front of you, men in order, structure, and you come in to give your speech and you ain't even acknowledging, they wasn't even acknowledging us during the speech, before their speech, they didn't acknowledge us. So I was like, right. I could read the crowd. I could read these people vibes, you know what I'm saying? And the so-called, the Muslims, the leaders, they didn't really embrace us. You know, they just had pride and ego. I don't know if they feel threatened, but that wasn't our state of mind, because as the Deacon Asaph was saying, he complimented the brothers on their efforts or whatever, but he was saying that we need to work together. He was cordial. We was cordial with them, but they never acknowledged it. When they came and gave their speech while we was lined up in front of them, they never acknowledged us. So I was like, these people don't really want unity, man.
No, it sounds good. Read that part again. They're what?
Lying children.
Lying children. It sounds good. It sounds good, but let's be honest. Go to a lot of the communities where we're at. They complain about the conditions of the community. But you really think that a lot of these people want the gangs out of the community? A lot of them are involved in it. You really think they want the drugs out of the community? That's how some of them make their money. So we lying children. We always say that there's a problem, but we're not really for the problem. Oh yeah, we all about the black. I'm all about the black. The black woman is God. Bro, you owe like $50,000 in child support. We talking about the black woman is God. You the same one. They took your passport away because you ain't paying your child support. Read.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. That's us. We don't want to hear it. Read.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Which say to the seers, and that's what we're seeing when we're out there. Don't see what I'm doing. Read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
You think they want to hear that America is going to be destroyed? You think they want to hear about the pestilence and the famine that's to come to this place, that we got to prepare ourselves? They don't want to hear it. Now they're up here crying about their damn EBT card. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things.
They want to hear smooth things. They had brothers up there rapping on stage.
Yeah, yep.
They want to hear smooth things.
Smooth things, like what the pastor say. Jesus is love, my brother. It's love and peace and unity. Don't worry about slavery.
God loves everybody. This is your year of prosperity. I see it for you. The same nonsense these pastors are talking about on the stage. It's just something to make you feel good. Read.
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy lies. Read.
Get you out of the way.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get you out of the way. Don't stand in your lot. Read.
Turn aside out of the path.
Turn aside out of the what?
The path.
What is that? What is another word for that path that all of us have to walk? Say it loud. Your lot. Turn aside out of your lot. Read.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Get that God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out of here. We don't want to hear it. Give us the statue, that white statue. I'll kiss his feet. I don't care. Bring the priest over here. I don't care. I'll be extra careful with my kids. I won't leave my sons around him, but just give me him instead of the prophets of God. I can't believe it. We still in the Catholic Church after all that's been going on.
You know that's talking about us, man, because I don't see that happening amongst those pastors.
Nope.
Right.
You know that's talking about us.
And watch this. Christ said the same thing. Give me Luke 7. And as you read it, I don't like to see them dance. That's not what it is. But put the Dollar Boys up on the screen.
Bro, I think you like the dance.
You think I was at home practicing the dance?
Bro, come on, man.
Listen, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. Why I pulled it up. And I'm gonna say this. Some of the officers that were there, you were talking about it when we were over there. We're over there, and Officer Dubai was one of the officers that was there. Remember, they were there early and they were practicing on the side the whole time. And we kept talking about it, like, yo, what the hell is this? Because the people were on the stage speaking, and I didn't know that they came there to perform. We didn't know. But we were just talking like, yo, what's going on with these young men? This is what's wrong with this generation. They got the elders upstage. The older men are on stage talking, right? Men who are in the original Million Man March, right? These boys are on the stage doing gyrating and all this stuff. They're just nonstop for like 2 hours straight. And we're like, yeah, that. They were doing it for 2 hours straight while the men were on stage speaking.
Yes, brothers and sisters, they was rehearsing that.
Yes.
They was really rehearsing that thing right there. I was like, this.
So now we talk about unity, right? They didn't come there to learn. They came there just to do this. Watch this, what Christ said. In give me Luke 7:31.
Luke chapter 7, verse 31. And the Lord said, whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation?
So Christ said, what should I liken the men of this generation to? Read.
And to what are they like? They are like unto children.
They are like what?
Children. Sitting in the marketplace.
Remember Isaiah, the word of the Lord said to Isaiah, they're lying children. Children that will not hear the word of the Lord. Read.
They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace, and calling one to another and saying.
And saying what?
We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
And you have not what?
Danced.
So now everybody's there upset with us because we left right after. We don't want to see no damn $1 billion boy, whatever their name is, dollar bill boys. We don't want to see their Magic Mike performance. We don't want to see none of it. We left right after. So now they said, what's these guys' problem? You're not here to support you're not here to support the community. You're not here to support the black man. Read that part again.
We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept.
Read.
For John the Baptist came neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and ye say he hath a devil.
You didn't want to hear John the Baptist. Read.
The Son of Man is come eating and drinking, and ye say, behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber.
And you don't want to hear Christ either. Read.
A friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of all her children.
But guess what? There's going to be one or two that listen. There's always going to be, we don't go on it. The Lord does not send us on dummy missions, brothers and sisters. There's always somebody that's going to hear, somebody that's going to be affected by it.
That's right.
Right? So from there, what else keeps us from being our lot? I'm going to rush through this for time's sake. Give me the next one with Pam. Oh, God. I know. I don't like it either, but just, I know. Play it real quick.
We exalt our race as a form of idolatry. Jesus was not a black man. He was an ethnic Jew and had skin like brass and hair like wool. And as I watched the people in that room, some maybe thousands of them, run on with that garbage that was coming across the pulpit, my heart was broken as I thought to myself, look at all of these unsuspecting sheep that don't read the scriptures for themselves and that have no idea what they're listening to right now is heresy and the doctrines of devils from a false prophet.
So the clip I played you was...
So I know, brother, he raises my blood pressure too. I just can't listen to him for more than a second. So now, what also keeps us from standing in our lot is there's false teachings going out that's keeping us from knowing who we are. So we have to be mindful of that. And brothers, it is a fight. It is a fight, and that's why all of us have to pick up our armor and join the fight. All of us got to be doing something. That's the main purpose of this when we're talking about standing in a lot. Brothers, sisters, everybody got to be doing something. Even if you fold in flyers. If you say, hey, listen, I could bring some of them flyers home during the week. I could fold flyers. Brothers and sisters can do that. Hey, you know what? I'm good with the phone. I'm computer savvy somewhat. I can edit. Maybe I can help edit. I got some ideas. I'm a visual person. I got some art. I know how to do this AI thing. Maybe I can get help with some images. Hey, I got some free time. Maybe I can help you. I can go up and research for the prisons. I can get you a list of inmates, find new inmates that we can write letters to. Hey, can I help with the prison ministry? Can I help can I help send some of the initial letters out? There's always things to be done. Hey, you know what? I know some people that work in City Hall. Maybe I can see if I got my sister works in the school system. She's on the board of education. Let me see if maybe is there something I can say? I can give you her contact. That way you can get in touch with her, see if we can get in schools and do the youth violence. Everybody's supposed to be doing something. If you only come here, let me tell you this. All right, if you only come here on Saturday and we don't see you for the rest of the week or hear from you for the rest of the week, and then you come back the next Saturday, and then you do that again, and you come back the next Saturday, this is Saturday church. Understand that. Understand that. A lot of us are playing Saturday church. It is what it is. Because remember, and I remember Deacon Yashua brought this out years ago, the waters are rising. People are going to repent. This truth is spreading, so more and more people are coming in. Officer Tobiah can tell you, he's been in the truth a lot longer than me, whereas the congregation was a lot smaller, especially here in New York, where it was only a handful of people. When I came in, we were in Paulding. Wasn't really wasn't more than 100 of us. We were in the basement. Then we came here, and now before you know it, this place filled up. And other schools from here, Philadelphia got a school. They left and did their own thing. Connecticut left and did their own thing. Jersey left and did their own thing. Right? So now we're seeing the growth. So more people are going to come in. So naturally, more people are going to come in, and it's going to be Saturday church. But again, if you come in, if you keep the commandments, you can get the kingdom. You can get the kingdom. But as you heard the officer's prayer in the opening, what did the Lord say we're supposed to pray for? We're supposed to pray for what? Laborers. We are supposed to pray for laborers to come in because there's work that needs to be done. We haven't hit every country yet. Africa, we haven't even touched a quarter of Africa yet. There's only a few countries that we've touched. And in those countries, you know how big those countries are? Even in the U.S., we're not even in every state. We're not even in every state.
So we said we got to pray for laborers, right? Brothers and sisters, each one of you are a laborer in this truth. It's just matter if you trying to put in your labor or not. Ask yourself, do I labor in this truth? Because you called here to be a laborer. It mightn't be the same thing. You might not be someone who's going to be here teaching or going to be in camp, but you have to labor in some way or the other. As long as you come in this door, you have to earn your spot, earn your lot. Yeah, you got to earn your spot with God. So you have a job. So you guys got to figure that out. It's not just we begging y'all to do anything. You got to earn your position with the Lord. All right, brothers?
Yes, sir. We're gonna skip that next video. I'm gonna, for sake of time, and move on because I want to turn it up, brothers. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I heard like two people, man. Brothers, y'all ready to turn it up?
Yes, sir.
All praises. All right. So now, before we do that, give me the image with the food stamps. Let me show you something. Okay. Go ahead and read it.
That's bad news, man.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at what she got on her head. You know I can't stand that. But go ahead and read that.
Yo, they not giving us food stamps next month. How I'm going to pay all my bills and feed my kids, plus Christmas coming up too.
Plus what is coming up?
Christmas coming up too. Hell no. This is so messed up to all the hard-working mothers.
If you're a hard-working mother, how come you can't feed your kids or pay your bills? And you got balloons in the back with a Chef Boyardee bonnet on your head. This is the condition. I'm sorry, sis, I can't stand the bonnets, but this is the condition that our people are in. This is the condition our people are in. What does Deuteronomy say? In one of what?
Of all things.
All things. For water, for food, for clothing. You depending on your enemy. She's on social media crying for food stamps. And there's other videos on there too. I saw a video where one woman was shown, she had like $12,000 on her EBT card. She said, I called it my unlimited card. And in another one, she was obese, obviously, spent $500 on her, through her EBT card, buying only snacks.
What?
Oreos, Cheez-Its, ice cream, things like that.
Lord have mercy.
$500. She's like, let me show you how I spend $500. Because guess what? They're going to give me more money. That's how we are as a people. They're going to give me more money. The enemy. Knowing now there's a government shutdown approaching. No, that's never going to happen. They're never going to take my EBT card away from me until it happens. You got other ones on there talking about, oh, well, I'm going to eat regardless. So I'm going to get mine. So you're telling everybody you're going to steal? Are you all right up there? But again, we destroyed as a people. I don't see the Arabs doing this. Maybe you guys have seen the videos of the Arabs complaining about their EBT card. None of you saw it? Did you see the one with the East Indians? Who saw it? Yeah, me neither.
Well, a lot of our people, this is just the beginning of a lot of more sorrows to come, because a lot of our people depend on these help from the government, right, for food, right, even amongst us. But guess what? The Lord is going to afflict our people. That's what the Lord is doing, so that they could realize, they could get out of their comfort zone, right, and realize that they are oppressed. Because a lot of these same people, you hear them talking about we free and the white man love us and all of that. But that they're going to wake up. This is a rude awakening to all the people that trust in the oppressor, right? They're going to realize, give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 15. 5 and 15. Hosea 5 and 15. Mm-hmm.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15.
Come on.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
So God left us. He never fought for us no more. Right? He returned to his place. But he said, until they acknowledge their offense. Today we acknowledging, we waking up. Right? We learning that we are God's chosen people. We broke the laws. We waking up. Come on.
And seek my face.
And seeking God through the Bible. Come on.
In their affliction.
In our people affliction. While they're being afflicted by our enemies, by God. Read on.
They will seek me early.
That's when they're going to seek God. That's when they're going to seek God. That's why the scripture said, oppression make a wise man mad, but what? A gift destroy. That gift where they was getting all that food stamps and all these things, it destroyed their mind. It destroyed them. It destroyed our people. We trust and we love our enemies, but God said oppression going to wake them up. All right?
So now we're going to talk about what are some things now, other things that keep us from standing in our lot. Right, so all of us know we have the 3 trials of faith, right? Who can name the 3 trials of faith that you have to go through? Everybody should know this. Everybody, if you were an Israelite, you've been in the truth at least 1 year, you should know this. Who can name the 3 trials of faith? Got the hand in the back. Who's that? Okay.
Shalom leadership.
Shalom.
Bless.
What's your name?
Elias.
Brother Elias.
Personal. Marginal and congregational.
Marital and congregational. Good. Yes. Those are the 3 trials of your faith. Good. All praise. You're going to go through your personal trials. You're going to go through marital trials, and you're going to go through congregational trials. So these trials oftentimes keep us from standing in our lot. Now, what are examples of personal trials? Sometimes people go through sickness. Right? Sometimes people go through financial hardships, your own personal temptations, your own personal sins, right? Your lust, your doubt. You doubt yourself. Now, I mentioned sickness. How does sickness keep you from standing in your lot? Yes, sickness, maybe you can't be active. You're bedridden or whatever, but you know what? A lot of times that's not how sickness keeps people from standing in their lot. You know how it keeps them? Give me James 5, verse 14. I'm speaking to the congregation now. I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters. I'm speaking to the body. Those that I know all of you. James chapter 5, read verse 14.
James chapter 5, verse 14.
Come on!
Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord.
So now, when you're sick, what's the first thing you're supposed to do? Somebody, okay, give to Samson. Well, I should say, what's one of the first things that you do? Just keep it in context.
Go to the leadership.
Go to the leadership. Let the leadership know what's going on with you. If you find out you have cancer, or that you may have a cancer, and the doctor says, "Hey, listen, I found a lump." It could be says, "Oh, the doctor said I found a lump in your breast," or a brother, maybe the doctor says, "Hey, listen, I found a tumor here. It may be something, but maybe nothing. But we got to run some tests." The first thing you should do is let the leadership know, "Hey, can you anoint me? Can you pray over me?" Because you trust in your leadership that, listen, these men are over me in the Lord, and let them go to the Lord on my behalf. You can never have too many prayers, brothers and sisters. It can never be too many people praying for you. Read.
And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up, and if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him.
Right, and with that goes repentance. You have to yourself repent and take care of yourself, and obviously consult with your physician. But you know what a lot of people do when they find out they're dealing with a sickness? Start to fade to black. Now we don't see them. And then when they find out that it's worse than they expected, guess who they blame? It's our fault now. Oh, y'all, I was going through this and that. Y'all, we didn't even know that you were sick. Who knew that you were sick? Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares about me. I'm out here. I'm dealing with this by myself.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
But why didn't you let us know when you first found out you were sick? That way we could have prayed for you and checked up on you. We would have included you in our prayers when we were fasting. But now, oh no, it's just me by myself. That's not the Spirit of the Lord. That's not the Spirit of the Lord. Read verse 15 again.
Verse 15. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick.
You see that? The prayer of faith shall save the sick. So you need those prayers. Read.
And the Lord shall raise him up. And if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him.
Now, we're going to read verse 16, but watch this. It's also your personal sins that keep you from standing in your lot. We all have things, we all have personal temptations that we deal with. And every man falls. It says a righteous man falls 7 times. So you will fall to your sins. If you haven't already, you will fall. You will. But are you going to stay down or are you going to get back up? Are you going to try to hide those sins or think that you're hiding it? You can maybe I won't see it right away. But the Lord, you think you're going to hide it from the Lord? Read that next verse, 16.
Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. So if we are righteous men, if we are righteous women, guess what? We're going to acknowledge that we're going to make mistakes. And we're going to confess our faults. Hey, listen, brother, this is all of you, raise your hand if you have a soldier over you, brothers, if you have a soldier that you report to. Raise your hand if you don't. Okay, those of you who don't leave here before you speak to one of the officers. But all of you should have somebody's number that you can call, a soldier, an officer. Hey, this is what I'm dealing with this week. Hey, man, you know how it is when during the week, a lot of us, even myself, some of the other officers, we talk during the week. And I remember one of the officers called me. He's like, man, it was like, because we both worked at night. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. He said, man, I was on a job site. Bro, you're not going to believe it. I'm in the truck, and some woman was on a motorcycle. She turned around. She saw me that I was in the truck, and she just raised her shirt and flashed me while she's on a motorcycle. He's like, my whole head is messed up. He said, my whole head is messed up. Like, I'm really trying to get my mind right before I got to go back home to my family because that thing messed my head up. At first, I'm like, damn, what do you work? It never happened to me at my job. but I'm like, bro, what? But instantly, I'm like, I know he called me because, and I'm thinking like, yeah, that would mess my spirit up too. So I say, bro, you know that was a man, right? He's like, what do you mean? I said, bro, it's 2025. Everybody's a man. How do you know it wasn't a man? He's like, I don't know.
It's an evil world we live in.
So you sitting here, you might be, there's a chance that you could be lusting over a man. He said, damn, I didn't even think of that. He said, now, you know, he said, all praises I talked to you. We laughed about it and we went over some scriptures. But guess what? By the time we got off the phone, that spirit wasn't on him anymore. So now, that's what all of us, that's just an example. But that's what all of us. That's what all of us, because sometimes I have to make a phone call like, yo, I got this spirit on me. Hey, yo, can't believe the brother said X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Now I'm getting cursed out for this and that. And the brother's like, yo, bro, think about it. Boom, and then go play by play and say, so you were wrong. I'm like, damn, I was wrong. I didn't see that. Bro, what they said about you was right. You were, damn, I was off. I was off. But now when you're on your own, trying to justify yourself or trying to cover up what you got going on, you're always going to be wrong. You're always going to be wrong. Nobody's 100% right 100% of the time. Nobody is. So with that, we got to understand that, listen, you're going to go through personal trials. Some of you are going to go through, you're going to have, a lot of you think they're going to save your family. You're not. You may be lucky. Maybe one or two family members may come in. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. But for the majority of us, they're not going to come in. And that's fine. It's not us. Some of you guys get hung up like, maybe, oh man, if I knew that breakdown, if I only had that precept, I would have said, no. Trust me, if the Lord really wanted that person to be here, they'd be here. The Lord found you, didn't he? Some of us, how many of us came in here off of a video? Raise your hand. Now keep your hand up if you sent that video to somebody else. Now keep your hand up if all the people you sent that video came into the truth. Exactly. Exactly. That video that you saw, it sparked something in your spirit, and you said, hey, this is the truth. Now you sent it to somebody else. You know how many messages I got? Like, yo, don't send me anything like that ever again. I'm literally, one of my cousins said that to me, don't send me anything like that again. I had people who I thought were my friends like, listen, if that's what you on, I don't think we can. I said, all right, that's what it is. But the Lord called us in here. Us. That's in here. The Lord called us. So don't get hung up because your mom, your Aunt Sally, your cousin Ray Ray, your little brother, your little sister is not in here. Don't get caught up on that because the Lord called you. If he wanted them in here, they'd be in here. Only thing we could do is set the example and hope that they come in.
Yeah.
So last point on that. With that, we got to be mindful of, give me Romans 13 and 14. Got to speed it up. Romans 13 and 14.
Romans chapter 13, verse 14. But put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
So we cannot make provisions for the flesh, because we're going to go through our personal trials and temptations. So you cannot make provisions for the flesh. Some of you, maybe it's phone numbers that you haven't deleted yet. Maybe it's friendships or communications that you're still keeping. Some of you sisters still talking to the ex. Brothers still talking. You still got the ex. You texting here and there, right? Some sisters got 2 pairs of pants in the back of the closet. You still. I'm not joking. That's the real thing, sisters, right? Some of y'all got 2 pairs of pants, just 2, in the back of the closet, just in case.
Lord have mercy.
And they know which pants it is because they like, these are the pants that used to stop traffic. These are the ones I got to keep. Just in case this whole thing doesn't work out, I got those. Because think about it. How many times we hear where sisters leave, right? And then next thing you know, we get a report like, oh, we saw sister such and such. She had pants on. Where'd she get pants from? She went to the mall with a skirt with fringes on, said, I'd like to purchase these 2 pairs of pants. She already had them. They got 2 pairs of pants. One of them may be leather, but both of them, believe, are tight. And she got 2 pairs of pants back in the back of the closet. And she might try them on every couple months just to make sure that they still, just in case. I'm telling you. Brothers, if you married, check your wife's closet. Make sure there ain't no pants in there. Because if she has a pair of pants, 2 pairs of pants in there, she probably also got an extra bank account that you don't know about because she got a whole exit strategy. Right? And we're going to talk about the exit strategy next. But we can't make provisions for the flesh. Those phone numbers, those communications, all those things we got to cut off. You got, brothers, you got that You coming in, you still got the weed man's number saved in your phone. For what? Just in case. That's provisions for the flesh. You got a contingency plan. You're not 100% rooted, ready to stand in your lot. That's what it shows.
All these brothers and sisters that talking to, like these brothers talking to sisters on the phone, talking about that's my friend, right? You got woman number, you talking to a woman, you know you attracted to or whatever, you talking to a woman, period. You providing for the flesh. So you're going to fall after a time. You're going to fall, right? And you have no idea what you're playing with. The same thing with the sisters. These sisters, especially women, they like to say, yeah, that's just my male friend, you know? Right. And they're mad naive, you know? Women always do that, like naive. And they say, no, he don't want to have sex with me. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know, they really be convinced that the guy don't want to have.
He's not like that.
Bro, it's crazy.
He's like my brother.
Yeah. We cannot make provision for the flesh. The flesh. You know what do you mean by the flesh? What is talking about? It's talking about you. You is the flesh. Your body. Your body is that flesh. Your body is that flesh, brother. Because your flesh desire, this human body that we have, it is the devil the Bible speaks of. But the spirit is what? The words of the Bible. Keep the laws, the statutes, commandments. So when he said walk in the flesh, walk in the spirit and not the flesh, it's talking about walking the words of the Bible and not your own desire. Y'all understand?
So now the next one, right? We talk about personal. I'm going to rush through these. Marital. Some of you guys, your marital issues keep you from standing in your lot. You got an unbelieving spouse, especially on the brother side. Not so much on the sister side. Some of you got an unbelieving spouse, but a lot of you brothers have an unbelieving spouse. You got a girlfriend, whatever, baby mama that's sometimes on and off, that's still keeping you from standing in your lot. Real quick, give me 2 Esdras 14 and 13. I'm going to rapid fire through some of these. And those of you who know me know, listen, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. So at some point, you got to gird up and you have to make a decision. I'm going to say that because I know how some of you guys are. Like, oh, Officer Othniel said, pack up your stuff and get out. No, I did not. Read that.
2 Esdras chapter 14, verse 13. Now, therefore, set thine house in order and reprove thy people.
You have to set your own house in order first. We're giving you the tools. The leadership is giving you the tools to get your house in order. Apply the commandments, right, in your household. Make sure that your wife is in order. Make sure that your children are in order. And then go out and do what?
And reprove thy people.
Then go and reprove your people. Read.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble.
We have to give comfort to those that are in trouble. Our people are in trouble. When you look outside, you see our people are in trouble. They don't know that they are, but they are in trouble. Read.
And now renounce corruption.
And renounce corruption. Let it go. Let go of the sin. But a lot of us hold on to it. We have to get our house in order. From there, give me Sirach 26 and 7. Brothers, I said we're going to turn it up. Sirach 26 and 7.
There's a lot of trouble coming. So you see our people losing their food stamps. That's part of the trouble. Mm-hmm. That's Jacob's trouble. Yep. It's a lot more trouble coming. And it's our job to comfort our people through these things that come in, these afflictions.
Sirach chapter 26 and verse 7.
Come on!
An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro.
What kind of wife?
An evil wife
is a what?
Is a yoke shaken to and fro.
What is a yoke? Remember, we all seen the images of the yokes of iron that we had upon our neck. Some of you are married to an evil spouse with brothers or sisters. It's a yoke shaken to and fro. Meaning you have that yoke around your neck and somebody's got a chain and they're pulling it every which way. Or it's like a dog on a leash and you're just yanking the leash. It's a yoke shaken to and fro. You can't focus on what you're doing. You cannot focus on where you're going because that yoke that you have. Read.
He that hath hold of her.
He that has hold of this type of woman.
is as though he held a scorpion.
It's like you're holding a scorpion in your hand. What's going to happen? You keep getting stung every minute. Why are you trying to hold on to it? What are you holding on to it for? Oh, yeah, this guy. This is a prime example of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a yoke shaking to and fro. Now, from there, give me Hebrews 13:4. We want to talk about marriage.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage is honorable in all, read.
And the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
So wait, the Lord said marriage is honorable. Well, what type of marriage? Sirach 25, verse 1. What type of marriage is honorable?
The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. In 3 things I was beautified and set up beautiful both before God and men.
What 3 things?
The unity of brethren.
Lord loves the unity of brethren. That's what we're all about. Read.
The love of neighbors.
The love of neighbors. Us loving one another. Still goes into the unity. Read.
A man and a wife that agree together.
A what?
A man and a wife that agree together.
A man and a wife that agree together. Together agree. On one accord. Both of you in the truth. It's not saying that you guys won't have arguments. Everybody has arguments. Everybody has issues. All couples have issues. Doesn't matter how long you're married. Everybody does. But a husband and wife that agree together, meaning we're both headed on the same path in the same direction. I understand my husband's lot, and I'm here to support him in his lot. I have a wife who understands who I am and what I'm striving for as a man in this truth, and she's right by my side. She's my support. That's the marriage that's honorable in the Lord. Not, well, I keep the Sabbath, she's at home. She said that she's keeping it. She said she watched class, but when you went home, she was watching Real Housewives or whatever. Come on, bro.
Wait a minute.
Come on, bro. You have to see it. It's your house. Oh, yeah. No, she tried to keep the Sabbath. Yeah, she used the microwave last week, but I told her, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on. How long you been coming, what, 5 years? Nobody's ever seen your wife, this mystery wife? At some point, you have to make a decision. Now, we can't make the decision for you. Now, when I say decision, I'm not saying you have to leave your wife. I'm saying you have to somehow be able to get your house in order. If you can't get your house in order, then is this a house that I want to stay in? Is this going to keep me from standing in my lot? Because remember, in here, we have the program MOV, and then you go up to become a soldier, and so on and so forth, officer, captain, deacon, bishop. But if your house is not in order, you cannot be any of those things. You cannot wear one of these purple shirts if your house is not in order.
Right, and you brothers, right, you trying to teach your wife 2 years and she decide to leave and depart, guess what?
Right.
What the Bible said to do? Let her go. Yep. Let her go. That's 1 Corinthians 7. Right. If she depart, let her depart. If she don't want to be in the truth, God call you to peace. All right?
I hear what you're saying. We hear what you're saying, but some of these brothers be like, so, I love my baby mother. I love her. Give me Amos 3:3. Amos chapter 3, verse 3.
Yes, sir.
And then we got to bring out some fire. We got to motivate the warriors real quick. Jump through it.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. Can 2 walk together except they be agreed?
So now when it comes to marriage, can 2 walk together except they be agreed? No. So a husband and wife have to agree together, because how are you going to stay in that relationship? You guys are not, remember it says an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. But now, can 2 walk together except they be agreed? How can a husband and wife agree together? Meaning we're striving for the kingdom, right? The kingdom is that way. But your wife or your husband wants to go that way. Can 2 walk together except they be agreed? How can we get that way? How are we going to get over there and over there at the same time? It's not possible. At some point, we're going to have to either decide to go the same direction, or we're going to have to separate. That's just what it is. Right? So now, next from there, you got your congregational trials. So obviously, your congregational is what? Dealing with your brothers and sisters in the body. You're going to get offended. You're not going to like the way people talk to you sometimes. But we're all human, right? We're all growing. Sometimes somebody might be wrong in the way that they talk to you. And sometimes you may just need to gird yourself up. It's not that serious. You may just be, maybe your own pride, your own ego that's like, oh, well, why did brother say this? He told me I was full of SH because I didn't, you know what I mean? Because I didn't. Okay, bro, why didn't you do it? Well, because you were full of it. That's why. It is what it is. You just didn't like the way he said it. I posted on the Telegram. She liked her message, but she didn't like my message because she got the devil on her. Really? Maybe she did. Did you ever think maybe she just didn't see your message? That never crossed your mind that she just didn't see the message. But she saw it and she's like, you know what? I'm going to like it and then I'm going to unlike it. Just to really make it sink in. It's not that deep. We all a congregation. So we all come in here. Who here has siblings? Put your hand down. Raise your hand if you've never in your life fought with your siblings before. You've never had any arguments or fights with your siblings. Okay. I rest my case. All of us are brothers and sisters, right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but it's all right. We'll be okay. We're family. We correct each other. This is a place. What's beautiful about this truth and what offends people the most in here is that it's a place of correction. Because this real love, nobody's going to let you be off. Some of it, even myself, like, damn, why he had to say something to me? But I knew I was off when I did what I did. But I know that somebody's going to say something to me. That's what's beautiful about this place. Because you know what? The brothers and sisters that we have in the world, they're not going to say anything to you. They're going to see you destroying yourself or doing what you're not supposed to do and not going to say anything to you. But there's real love in here. And guess what? Real love hurts sometimes. Because it's something that you have to conquer in yourself. That pride, that ego, your own self-will spirit. You understand? So in the congregation, you're not going to get along with everybody all the time, but guess what? Everybody doesn't always get along with you. We never think that that brother or sister is annoying. You're annoying too, you know. I don't know if anybody ever told you. Maybe that you're just so annoying that they avoid you and they didn't tell you that you could be annoying sometimes, but everybody goes through it, all right? Congregational trials test leadership, humility, and patience. Because now, in order to grow as a leader, you have to know how to build as a congregation. You have to be humble, all right? And then it also teaches you patience, how to be able to deal with each other. Because we all come from different walks of life. You're going to have one brother that's come from the street, and another brother who maybe was mostly just in books coming up. You're going to have one brother who was very soft-spoken and in the way that he speaks, and you got another brother who's rough, and with how he tries to pull you out of the fire. It's fine. It's fine. All that is what we need to build character in ourselves. The different leaders, right? And we're all called to be standards, examples in the congregation. All of us. Going through these trials, we have to be congregational. And the thing about congregational trials is, especially as you grow in your leadership, you still have to be an example to others even while you're going through your own trials. When you're a leader, nobody cares what trials you're going through. You guys don't care what trials me or Officer Tobias is going through. You don't think we go through this? No, but none of you. Oh, man. How was your week? I don't call you guys like, yo, man, I'm going through it this week. I had it rough. No, because you guys are calling us for guidance. Hey, officer, I need help with this. I need help with that. Yes, sir, got you. We have to put our own stuff on the back burner and deal with that later because we have to be examples to the body. Same thing with the sisters. People are going to come to you expect righteous counsel from you all. They're going to expect you to be a righteous example. So from there, give me Zephaniah 2:1 real quick. Go through this real quick. Zephaniah 2:1.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1.
Come on!
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So that's the commandment. We have to gather ourselves together. So being a congregation is not optional. Ephesians 4:3.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 3. Mm-hmm. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
Endeavoring to keep the unity in the Spirit, in the bond of peace. We have to endeavor, we have to strive to keep the unity in here. When we see someone coming in, 2 weeks ago, Officer Ira did class, and he spoke about that as well with heresies. We have to endeavor to keep the heresies, those doctrines, those evil speakings, those murmurings, those gossiping, that breaks the unity in here. That striving with one another, that hatred, it breaks up the unity that we have in here. We cannot have that. We got to, if you see it, you hear of it, you have to speak up on it. So we can assess it and fix it before it becomes a real problem. Read.
There is one body and one spirit.
No, from there, give me Hebrews 10 and 25.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more, as you see the day approaching.
Right. So we cannot forsake the assembling of ourselves together. It's about congregating. It's about being amongst our brothers and sisters. This is the only time during the week when you really, really in the spirit, when you're around brothers and sisters. When you by yourself, you're fighting. You're fighting when you're by yourself because you have the option. You're out there in the world. But here, it's like while we're in here going over these scriptures, like the rest of the world doesn't even exist. That's the Spirit. The Spirit of Christ is flowing all through this place right now. So we cannot forsake that. Now, in standing in your lot, right? Once you decide to stand in your lot. So we went over some things that keep you from doing that, but you have to make the decision to stand in your lot. Once you decide to stand in your lot, what's one thing you can't do? Pull up the first video. Who wants to say? Who wants to take a stab at it? What's one thing you can't do once you make that decision to stand in your lot? David's hand went up first.
Sorry. One thing you cannot do is look back.
That's it. That's it. One thing you cannot do is look back once you've decided to to stand in your lot. Pull up the first video. I want to go to some wartime scriptures, so we got to rush through these. Come on. Yeah, the first one, Tony Robbins. Yes, that one.
What changes people is when your should becomes a must. When suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen. That's when human beings change. It's like if you want to take the island and you're the head of the army and you want to take the island, the most powerful way to take the island is burn the boats. Because if there's no way to go back, it's amazing what happens when it's a must to do something versus a should. That's what makes human beings succeed.
So now you see that he said when your should becomes a must. If we must stand in our lot, we're not going to look back. If we must stand in our lot, we're going to be focused. We're going to go through whatever comes, whatever is in front of us. Yeah. That's what it means. Even when we talk about MOV, men of valor, what does it mean to be valor? To be valiant and to be brave are two different things. A brave man and a valiant man are two different things. A brave man is somebody who's just goes looking for danger. He's got bravado. A valiant man is a man who stands tall in the face of adversity. It's not that he goes looking for it, but whatever it is, I deal with it, whatever's in front of me. We read about valiant men of our forefathers, meaning when the enemies came up against them, they said, it is what it is. If we got to die today, we got to die today. But we're doing what we're going to do for our people. I'm going to read some examples of that.
I like that example of what you just played there, because the both brothers and sisters, that would be the members of your flesh that you yield to. You have to try your best to get rid of, if you want to move forward, if you want to grow, if you want to build in the spirit, the things that make you, the provisions of the flesh, you can't make profit. That's the boat that you got to get rid of so you could reach your goal. Okay.
So play the next video. Play the next video. The one historical references.
Burn the boat.
boats. In 1519, Hernan Cortez arrived in Mexico. Soldiers did not want to fight. They were tired of the voyage. Natives were not friendly. Cortez would have none of it. To motivate his men, he burned his ships at the waterline. They were now all faced with a stark choice: fight or die. 2 years later, they had conquered the Aztec Empire. Julius Caesar had his own burn the boats moment. When he crossed the Rubicon, he knew he would be executed if he failed. Break the kettles and sink the boats. This is an ancient Chinese saying which refers to Zhuang Yu's order at the Battle of Zhulu. By fording a river and destroying all means of recrossing it, committed his army to a struggle to the end with a quin, and eventually achieved victory. Abu Hafs ordered his troops to torch their ships before their conquest of Crete. When Muslim forces invaded the Iberian Peninsula, Commander Tariq bin Ziyad ordered his ships to be burned. The term has recently been popularized by David Goggins.
So now, when we look through history, a lot of successful generals, first thing that they did when they had to take an island is what? Burn the boats. Because now there's no turning back. That's what we have to do in our mind. As Officer Tobias said, that boat that you have to burn is your flesh. It's those sins that you used to have. Burn the boats, delete the weed man's number. The X, get rid of the number. Change your number if you have to change your number. If you got to move, then you got to move. Yep. But burn the boat, because there is no turning back. You keeping those numbers, you keeping those relationships there. Why? Because you're giving yourself, if this doesn't work out, I still got a boat. I still have an escape plan. I can leave. It's either do or die. You got to get in your mind. It's either do or die. There is no other option. Give me Philippians 3:13. No, skip that one. For sake of time, skip that one.
The book of Philippians, chapter 3 and verse 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Right. Forgetting those things that were behind. That's the boats. Forget about them. They're not there anymore. Because now if you're trying to take an island and you're in the back of your mind, the boats are still there, you're not going to fight with all your might. You're not going to give it everything you have because the boats are still there. But now when the boats are gone, it's like, listen, I'm not trying to die here. I'm not trying to die here. Now from there, give me okay, give me the next video, the 300 video. All right, brothers, we're going to run through these. Give me the 300 video, the first one, profession. This is for you brothers who are still trying to figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing in this truth. Go ahead.
Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Only the hard, only the strong.
How long is this? I give you a timestamp? Fast forward some. Yeah, go back a little bit. Right there.
Pleasant surprise. This morning's full of surprises, Leonidas. You've been tricked.
There'll be more than a few hundred. This is a surprise.
Silence! We heard Sparta was on the warpath. And we were eager to join forces.
If it is blood you seek,
You're welcome to join us. But you bring only this handful of soldiers against Xerxes? You see, I was wrong to expect Sparta's commitment to at least match our own.
doesn't it? You, there. What is your profession?
I'm a potter, sir.
And you, Arcadian, what is your profession?
Sculptor, sir.
You?
Blacksmith.
Spartans! What is your profession? See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
See that? With only 300 men. He said, I brought more soldiers than you did. And that's historically accurate because if you look it up, the Arcadians, they're known for being farmers. They're known for art. They're not known for being warriors. They helped the Spartans for a time, but not the whole battle. That's historically accurate. They were not known for being warriors. So he said, what is your profession? Now give me Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. I'm going back to Hebrews 10. Read verse 23.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
Let us hold fast what?
The profession of our faith without wavering. For he is faithful that promised.
So we have to hold fast to the profession of our faith. What is our profession? I know some of you guys want to. What is our profession? Standing in our lot. What else? Keeping the commandments. Servants of God. Being servants of God. That's our profession.
What's the first scripture he read? What God told Jeremiah. He made him a prophet. That's your profession.
Right.
All right? A prophet. To do what? To do what?
To root down.
To root down and to do what? Destroy. Come on.
That's right.
Get Isaiah 45. And there's what's our profession? Isaiah 45 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else.
Wait a minute. You have 45?
Yes, sir.
No, I wrote that down wrong. I want Israelite thing. Isaiah 40. I wrote it down wrong. It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant.
49.
Is it 49?
49 and 6.
49 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 5. And now, saith the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribe of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
See that? It's a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. That's our profession. Our profession is to raise up the 12 tribes and put them in remembrance of who they are. That's our lot. That's our profession. Nair, give me the next video with the timestamp. Got the timestamp. So now, this is what happens when you don't count the cost. Okay, when you don't burn the boats, this is what happens.
We are undone. Undone, I tell you. Destroyed. Daxos, calm yourself. A hunchback traitors led Xerxes and mortals to the hidden goat path behind us. The forces you posted there were scattered without a fight. This battle is over, Leonidas. Battle is over. When I say it is over. By morning, the immortals will surround us. The hot gates will fall. Spartans! Prepare for glory! Glory? Have you gone mad? There is no glory to be had now. Only retreat, or surrender, or death. Well, that's an easy choice for us, Arcadian. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. Go spread the word. Let every Greek assemble know the truth of this. Let each among them search his own soul. And while you're at it, search your own. My man will leave with me. Godspeed, Leonidas.
That's it. That's it on that. So now, he didn't burn the boats. Now he said, Godspeed. What are you wishing me Godspeed for? If you want me to win, then you stay here and fight with me. But his life was more important than the mission. His life, his own personal life was more important than the mission. But he said to die out there on the battlefield for his people would be their glory. So he told his men, prepare yourselves for glory. That glory is what? Death. That's some of us. Death, in prison, tribulation. That's our glory. It doesn't seem like that for now, but when we do stand in our lot, guess what? It'll be made clear that is our glory. Everybody can't do it. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. Everybody can't do it. It's only specific men that the Lord chose out, specific men and women that the Lord chose to stand in that lot. Yeah. You understand? Watch this. Give me, so in that, we have to stand manfully, right? Give me Numbers 32, verse 1, what you just saw. This is what you just saw.
The book of Numbers, chapter 32 and verse 1. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle.
Now jump to verse 6. Of verse 5.
Verse 5. Wherefore said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants for a possession, and bring us not over Jordan.
So this is what they said to Moses, Gad and Reuben. Now, they know that the Lord said, listen, you guys have to pass over Jordan, and you're going to have to fight against these nations. But they said, listen, the land that we were given on this side is good. We don't want to risk losing it, because now if we go over there, we might die. Some of us might die, and we're not going to get to enjoy that land. Or somebody may take the land while we're over there. So read.
And Moses said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brethren go to war, and shall ye sit here?
Shall your brethren go to war and you sit here? That's for every one of us. Remember he said in the video, let every man search his own soul. Shall your brothers, you have to look at yourself in the mirror, every last one of you brothers, and say, shall my brothers go to war and I sit here? There's nothing I could do. I can't join MOV. I can't join the stewardship. There's no skills I can offer to the body. Shall your brothers go to war and you sit here? Read.
And wherefore? Discourage ye the heart of the children of Israel.
And why do you discourage the hearts of the children of Israel? Just like this brother did. Oh, my men are leaving with me. Why are you discouraging the other men? If you're scared, why didn't you just say that you were scared? Why now you discourage the rest of the men to go and follow you? Read.
From going over into the land which the Lord had given them. Thus did your...
Now, from there, you remember, this is the conditions of the battle, as it says in 2 Esdras chapter 7, verse 57. I'm not going to read it now for sake of time, but you can write that down. These are the conditions of the battle that every man must fight, right? We have to count the cost, as it says in Luke chapter 14, verse 25. All of us have to count the cost of whether or not we can finish this work. Now give me... The last point I'm going to make before we close down is when our forefathers remembered who they were and who their God was, they were unstoppable. They were unstoppable before their enemy. One clip, I wasn't going to show it, but I was talking to an officer when we were doing a blitz in Nashville, and he brought up a good point, and it's about us knowing who we are. Remember, who saw the Matrix? Who didn't see the Matrix? 2 people. Shame, 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 shame. But now, go watch The Matrix, right? So the first one. In The Matrix, Neo. Remember the agents? Did the agents call him Neo? What did the agent call him?
Mr. Anderson.
Why? Who can answer? Who can say why? Raise your hand. I know Kushaya got it. Who else? I see a hand all the way in the back. Oh, no, let me get him right here. I didn't hear this brother yet.
Shalom.
Stand up. Sure.
He didn't want them to find out his truth.
He said, go ahead, bring it home.
He didn't want to know who he really is.
Why?
Because if he did, then he would eventually know himself and be in power.
That's it. If he knew who he was, there would be no stopping him. He would know what the power that he has. So if you go back and watch the movie, you notice that he never called him Neo or referred to him as Neo. He would always say Mr. Anderson. And a lot of us still have that in our mind, that whatever cool name, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Roberson, whatever your name was. And I know a lot of them, but I'm not going to say them right now. But the cool name that you have, that's who you think that you are. A lot of us still think that we are Mr. Anderson. We don't know that we're Neo yet. We think that we're Mr. and Mrs. Anderson. But when you know, remember what happened when Neo realized who he was. He's stopping bullets. He said, it's not real. He said, I'm in control here. That's where we have to get, and that's how we're able to control our spirit. Now watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 20 and verse 1. Remember I said when our forefathers remembered who they were, there was no stopping them. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 20, verse 1. I'm sorry, 20, verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them.
Why?
For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. Fear not, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Read.
For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you.
So we got to remember, as we're standing in our lot, it's God, the Lord God, that goes before us to fight for us in the face of our enemies. Give me Judges 7 and 15. Four more scriptures and we're done. Judges 7 and 15.
Come on.
The book of Judges.
Remember, I said our forefathers, when they remembered who they were unstoppable. So now when we read in Deuteronomy, under Moses, they were reminded of who they were. Read.
Judges chapter 7, verse 15. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel, and said, Arise, for the Lord hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian.
For who has delivered into the host?
The Lord hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put a trumpet in every man's hand.
That's it. I just want that verse. The Lord has delivered it into your hands. 2 Samuel 10 and 12.
2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 12. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people.
Let us do what?
Play the men for our people.
Let us stand as men for our people. Let us stand in our lot for our people. Read.
And for the cities of our God. And the Lord do that which seeth him good. And Joab drew nigh. And
so let us stand and let the Lord do what he thinks is good. All we have to do is be ready to stand in our lot and let the Lord instruct us and follow those instructions. And then give me Nehemiah 4 and 14.
Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 14. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, Be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible.
Remember who?
The Lord, which is great and terrible. And fight for your brethren.
And do what?
Fight for your brethren.
And do what?
Fight for your brethren.
Stand in your lot and do what?
Fight for your brethren.
Read.
Your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses.
We have to stand in our lot and fight for our people. Our forefathers always knew that. As I'm showing you throughout history, every time we prepared for battle, we have to remember who we were as a people and who our God was. Give me 2 Maccabees 15, verse 7.
2 Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 7. But Maccabeus had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help him. Wherefore, he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven.
But to remember what?
The help which in former times they had received from heaven.
Read.
And now to expect the victory and aid which should come unto them from the Almighty. And so comforting them out of the law and the prophets.
How did he comfort the people?
Out of the law and the prophets. And withal, putting them in mind of the battles that they won afore. He made them more cheerful.
That? He put them in mind of the battles they won afore. Why do you think they celebrate Veterans Day, Memorial Day, all those things here in the U.S.? They remember the battles, Vietnam. They remember the Korean War. They remember the battles that they had. What's us as Israel? What battles are we remembering? All these are ours. All these are our military victories that we can go back to and look at, and it's supposed to build us up. It's supposed to give us the courage of what David and his mighty men were able to do. Those are our forefathers. That's our bloodline. Now, we're seeing this example we're hearing. You have Maccabeus, and you have Nicanor is going against the people of Israel. And now these are the words that he's speaking to the people. Keep reading.
And withal, putting them in mind of the battles that they won afore, he made them more cheerful. And when he had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge.
So this is what these classes are supposed to do. It's supposed to make you cheerful and stir up your mind. Now when these scriptures are coming out and we're showing you who you are according to the scriptures and the things that you've been able to do in times past and your forefathers have been able to do, you're supposed to be you're supposed to have the spirit of being ready to go out and conquer. You're supposed to have the spirit of what Officer Tobiah brought out about ready to root down, to tear down, to build, to plant. Read.
Showing them therewithal the falsehood of the heathen and the breach of oaths. Thus he armed every one of them, not so much with defense of shields and spears.
He armed every one of them, not so much as with defense of shield and spear.
As with comfortable and good words.
But as with the word of the Lord. Jump to verse 17.
Verse 17. Thus being well comforted by the words of Judas, which were very good, and able to stir them up to valor.
Able to stir them up to what?
To valor. And to encourage the hearts of the young men. They determined not to pitch camps.
They determined not to pitch camp. When you go to war, the first thing you do is pitch camp. Why? Because at the end of the night, wars may go on for years. So at the end of the night, you're going to bring the wounded back to the camp. Now, one man can't sit there and fight for a whole week. You cannot stay awake and fight for a whole week. So you fight for a time, and then you go back to the camp, you get patched up, you eat, you drink, rest, and then you come back on the battlefield. That's what camp is. So now, after they heard the words of the prophet, they said, you know what? We're not even going to pitch camp yet. What are we going to do?
But courageously to set upon them, and manfully to try the matter by conflict.
And to manfully try the battle by what?
By conflict. Because the city and the sanctuary and the temple were in danger.
They decided to stand in their lot and put it all out there for their people. They didn't even have boats to burn because they never built them. They didn't put the camps together because they said, listen, either this ends tonight, or we're all dead. Either we're winning or we're losing, but we're going to find out tonight. There's no camp going to be set up. There's nobody's going to get no rest. We are fighting 24/7. They're not going to be ready for us. And these men were not warriors from their birth, all of them. These were farmers. These were fishermen. But just knowing who their forefathers were and what their forefathers had done, they were ready for war. Just like some of you are construction workers, truck drivers, nurses, doctors, plumbers, electricians, retail workers. But guess what? You got the spirit of a warrior inside of you.
That's right.
You got the spirit of a king inside of you. You got the spirit of a princess inside of you. Last scripture, Joshua 8:3. Joshua 8:3.
Come on. The book of Joshua chapter 8 and verse 3. So Joshua arose and all the people of war to go up against Ai. And Joshua chose out 30,000 mighty men of valor.
Men of what?
Mighty men of valor.
Men of valor. Men of valor. Read.
And sent them away by night. And he commanded them, saying, behold, ye shall lie in wait against the city, even behind the city. Go not very far from the city, but be ye all ready. And I and all the people that are with me will approach unto the city. And it shall come to pass, when they come out against us, as at the first, that we will flee before them. For they will come out after us, till we have drawn them from the city. For they will say, they flee before us, as at the first. Therefore we will flee before them. Then ye shall rise up from the ambush, and seize upon the city. For the Lord your God will deliver it into your hand.
So now, they're seeing the city they want to take. Now Joshua's coming up with a plan to seize the city. What city do we have in front of us that we have to conquer? Babylon the Great. What's another city? Name for that city? America. Yeah, that's a country. Egypt. You're not wrong, but what city are we in? What city do we have to take over? We got to take over New York. This is IUIC New York. This is our city. This is our city to take over. The Most High put us here to take over this city, to push the gospel in this city. I mean, the whole state, but even the city. Read.
And I and all the people that are with me will approach unto the city, and it shall come to pass when they come out against us as at the first, that we will flee before them, for they will come out after us, till we have drawn them from the city, for they will say, they flee before us as at the first, therefore we will flee before them.
Jump to verse 8.
And it shall be, when ye have taken the city.
When you have what?
When ye have taken the city. That ye shall set the city on fire.
We should supposed to do what?
Set the city on fire.
What are we supposed to do out here, brothers? Brothers, you guys sound scared. You scared of fire? You guys scared? I know they say don't play with matches, but what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to set the city on fire with the gospel.
With the word, brothers. With the word.
With the gospel.
All
Pyromaniacs.
right. No, we got some crazy Jews up in here too. We ain't gonna be burning down no statues or none of that type stuff. We're talking about the words. All right, brothers?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that was my favorite movie, man. That is my favorite movie. That Sparta movie, man. There was a part I wanted to Jeremiah play that part for me that I wanted to bring to the brothers' attention. For the brothers, the new upcoming MOV men, the brothers that are going to teach. Well, this is for everybody in general because the Lord sent us on a mission, all right? And y'all see the leadership been bringing it out, and we seen things coming to pass. This is a suicide mission. So this part right here, okay? Now, the role switching because we normally, we on the Sparta side, but I just want y'all to see it from a spiritual point of view. This part we playing here, there is a messenger sent, an ambassador is sent, a messenger is sent, and that messenger is to bring the message of the king. So brothers, who is the king? Christ. Christ is our king. And we are the messengers. Remember Malachi chapter 2 verse 7, he said, you are the messengers. He said, we read it early on. To prophesy, he made us prophets to prophesy against kingdoms. We are the messengers. The Lord sent us on a mission to prophesy, to root down, to destroy. Right? We're not going to do, it's not going to be a physical war, but this is our job right here. With to cast down imagination, to prophesy against any great kingdom. All right? So, watch this. Remember, the king sent him. He is to go to whatever the enemies at, and he's to give them the message, thus saith his king. Right? Come on.
Well, that's a bit of a problem. See, rumor has it, the Athenians have already turned you down. And if those philosophers and boy lovers have found that kind of nerve, then we must be diplomatic. And of course, Spartans have the reputation to consider.
Choose your next words carefully, Leonidas. They may be your last as king.
So what I want you all to notice is that the messenger, he's by himself and he come to bring the words of his king. And he don't have a spirit of fear. Notice how he's telling the king, hey, you better watch your mouth. He came there and he let them know they're going to get destroyed if they don't submit themselves. You understand? It's just the mannerism of the messenger. Read. Go ahead.
The pod pass already, that I want it, but it's all good. We just want to watch him get kicked down in the hole. And water. Madman! You're a madman! Air and water. But you'll find plenty of both down there. No man. Persian or Greek, no man threatens a messenger. You bring the crowns and heads of conquered kings to my city steps. You insult my queen. You threaten my people with slavery and death. See that? Oh, I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. Perhaps you should have done the same. This is blasphemy! This is madness!
So you notice he said, you threaten my people with slavery, all of that. You see what's going to happen to us? That's how they're going to see us. You threaten my people and they're gonna kill some of us. So that's the point I wanted to bring on.
You can let him get kicked. Go ahead. Everybody wants to see it.
Come on, man. Let them see the guy get kicked down in the hole, man.
Come on.
Everybody love that part.
This is Sparta!
What do we have to do? We got to make a decision. First, you got to make a decision to stand in your lot. You got to make a decision to stand in your lot. You got to count the cost. You're going to have to burn the boats, and you're going to have to consistently fight and endure to keep that unity and to get to that point that you want to be. And with that, we say shalom. Sign congregation.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airways, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.